Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. We're in Midtown, Chloraka. The idea is to show you some of the areas that perhaps you've not seen before. We're going to head down this road, giving you a spectacular view. We're going to come out in front of the St. George Hotel, and then we're going to wiggle and waggle around the streets in and around there. Some great villas been built, and we should get some spectacular views. But before we go, we're going to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Gracevia Labouf.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again. If you saw the Mr. Paul's face.
And again.
While I'm saying hello everybody, he's looking at me.
I wasn't. Right.
No, you
Put
was.
that into gear.
Especially today. I don't know why.
Yeah. Today's Grumpy Boxing Day is what it actually is. There we are. There we are. Into gear, check the mirrors. Got in charge of the ship. He's taking us for a wiggle and a waggle. Waggle? I'm losing my English. I'm going all Welsh. That's it. I'm losing the posh English accent and coming up with
But
the
you didn't know that English from the start. You never knew it well.
Oh yeah. Right. So where are we? We're on the main street from Chloraka down to the main payer to Paphos Road. I'm pretty sure now you can see that view. That's the view to the rear of the St. George's Hotel in downtown Chloraka, which is a wonderful 4-star luxury beach hotel. We visited it once or twice for some of our superstars. If anyone is going to stay there, drop it in the comments, and guess what? We'll pay it a visit with your name on the video. That view is to die for, and that's the hotel right in front of us. Have a look at that. It's going to take your breath away. Next door to that hotel is the Leonardo Laura Beach and Splash Resort. We've never actually been into that hotel, and we look forward to getting thrown out of it. So please, if you're going to stay there, drop it in the comments, and we're going to have a wiggle and waggle, and we'll make a special video, and of course it'll have your name on it. We're going to go straight over Gracevia Labouf. That's the Angelica restaurant over there on the right hand side, and you've got a parade of shops. There's a couple of estate agents, hairdressers, and that kind of thing just over yonder to the left hand side. So if you're in the St. George's Hotel or the Leonardo Beach and Splash Resort, or some of the villas scattered around this area, and you're looking for a hairdresser, a supermarket, a pharmacist, or a property seller, this could be that perfect location for you. Gracevia?
You know, this I find it very spectacular, this area, Chloraka, and the upper hill, down the hill road. It's amazing, and all the restaurants. This Angelica restaurant is very famous with the tourists especially.
It's a very popular restaurant, yeah, with locals and tourists alike. This time of year, well, you're going to find it shut down, but of course it rebounces back into life in and around March and gets busier and busier to the crescendo in around August. That was the Tbilisi restaurant there on the left hand side.
Right, yeah.
One of these days we're going to pop in there. Let's go left, Gracevia Labouf. So that's the St. George Hotel for the focal point in front of us. That's the St. George Church to the rear of that. Very nice church. And now you've got again the St. George's restaurant on our left hand side. We're going to wiggle round to the right there, Gracevia. And over there now is the complex of new villas, and you can see there's some more getting built over here. There's around about 200 villas being built, and of course they're wiggling and waggling, mixing in with the hotel resorts and complexes, and that's having an extension on top of that by the looks of it.
What is that?
Looks like an extension they're building, I would say, on the very top of this resort here.
Wow.
So we'll keep you posted on that one.
Amazing.
It's going to be a focal point, that's for sure. So you can't get down these right-hand turns in cars. You can only go down on foot, but if you go down them you end up obviously at the beach. So these are some of the ultra-modern villas that are being built in the area. Some are sold, and as you can see, some are not sold. They're waiting, so if you're looking for that perfect villa, this could be the place for you. Very central location, close to the beach, and but 5-minute drive into the centre of Paphos. You would enter Paphos on the Tomb of the Kings Avenue, and then over on the right hand side are some of the older villas. So it's a development area, that's for sure. So one normally assumes that means that someone in the know knows that this is going to be a very up and coming area. So if you're looking for a place to buy in downtown Paphos, this could be that special place. And of course, if you do happen to buy somewhere around here, please don't forget that it was Marika and me that suggested it, and mention that to the estate agents, and you never know, we might get a little bit of a commission, and we'd be more than willingly to share that commission with you, that's for sure. There we are, further wonderful looking villas, to be honest. They are quite nice, Chloraka. Let's turn in here, because I think this goes in and out. So let's turn in here and have a look, because they do look to be, they're not the biggest villas in the world, but they are sensible sized villas, nice villas to come out on a part-time basis, should we say. Let's be very, very careful. There are some kiddies on bikes. As you see, some of them are occupied and some of them are not occupied. I got a feeling we're going to come to a dead end. But anyway, keep on.
Wow, it's beautiful, by the way, this area. It's
a nice resort, yeah.
Resort.
And the road is just wide enough. A common problem with modern developments is that they build the access roads, and of course when someone parks like this, you then have difficulty getting past. But as you can see in this case, they have that made the road wide enough to allow you to wiggle and waggle.
No, it has to go out.
There we are, sensible. Because a lot, again, these resorts, they build them and they are dead ends. Whereas at least on this one, we can enter it and then go back out. Wow. So let's go right, Chloraka, and then we go back on the way that we came in. But of course it gives us a chance to spot and notice some more features of this area. So again, where are we? Downtown Chloraka. You've got uptown Chloraka and you've got downtown Chloraka. Uptown has got the spectacular views, obviously it's halfway up a mountain, and then downtown is literally on the beach side. So of course you can just wiggle and waggle, take your dog, take your cat and have a walk on the beach every morning and every night if you wish. Again, those are ultra modern, aren't they? There's something about them that's quite nice.
They are.
But I got a feeling they'll age quite quickly. This is the Eleni Village Resort coming up on our left. And again, now in front of us is the monster of a hotel known as the St. George Hotel. And then coming up on the right hand side is the actual Church of St. George.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful church, that one, yeah. So wiggle and waggle around that way, Chloraka. And then we're going to take you straight up and join back onto the main road that links the Paya district to the Paphos district. That's the St. George restaurant bar, closed today. And again, you've got a parade of shops coming up, various bits and bobs going on in there. And now we're joining the main road again, and we're going to take a right and head back towards Paphos once it clears.
Wow, that was a very nice, like a little town. You know, when people buy the apartment or house, I mean, the little house there, or not very little, I think they feel like in a very, very safe place.
It's a cocoon little area, it is, yeah, indeed. And it's got its own selection of shops, shall we say. Yeah. Busy road, as you can see. There's traffic coming from, well, all angles, shall we say. Let's start going, Chloraka. Come on, let's go. Otherwise, you're never going to get out. Now's the motorbike coming. Sometimes you just have to force your way across. Right, go on, Chloraka, let's go. It's one of those busy interchanges where there's cars coming from absolutely everywhere. And at this time of year, because it's holiday seasons, there is more traffic on the road than normal. That's the Cafe Me, and that's the refreshed 24-hour supermarket. So again, as you understand, you've got Premier Electrical, big English-owned electrical retailer on the left-hand side. So the area that we're in is, shall we say, very, very convenient. You don't actually have to go into Paphos, but we're going to take you to Paphos now, and it's about 5 minutes drive, just so you understand exactly where we are. This is the main feeder road from Paya, St. George, Coral Bay, Chloraka, and of course where we are now, Chloraka. And very, very shortly we will enter the area known as Tomb of the Kings. You've got the Pentaras Fish Taverna on the right hand side there. And then just over here is what used to be the parish church, and again you can turn down and go down to Chloraka Beach, which means that just over here on the left hand side by the big Mike's kiosk, which is coming up now. You can turn left and go to the Duck Pond car park. Well, Duck Pond car park and then market, because there's a bit of a flea market, as we would call it in English, just over there. So stick with us. Duck, 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 duck. Now in England on Boxing Day and that kind of thing, a lot of people have little plastic ducks and they go down to the rivers and they have duck races.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you were just sitting there going duck, 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 duck.
Lovely.
There we are, duck, duck. There we are, King Elephant Hotel over there. Some of our superstars have stayed there in the past. Mr. James, or my cuz James as we call him.
Church Father, King Elephant.
Yeah, Karina and the beautiful little daughter, Miss Dally, they stayed there. And of course, one of our superstars, Mr. Tom. He stayed there. And he accosted us on camera. We had a nice little chat with him. And apparently he tells us it's quite cold over there in Blighty. And he's looking forward to coming back with his mum and dad and his two sisters. So, Mr. Tom, who plays games, don't forget to give us a mention when you come back. So we're almost in Paphos, because the sign coming up here is informing us that this is downtown Paphos. So this is the Tomb of the Kings area. The main focal point is going to be the expat school, should we call it, just over here on the right hand side. Obviously local children go there if they want to learn to speak very, very good English, but that's the Aspire private school on the right hand side. And Babyland British Nursery School over on the left. So that's a bit of a feeder school, should we say. Plenty of shops, car hire, coffee lounge there. And if you want some benzene, and there's the prices. A little bit cheaper than UK. The price is slowly coming down. And over on the right hand side, I'm sure again you can see the beautiful blueness and the sun glistening across the sky and kissing the coastline of downtown Paphos. And that's the beauty of Misoch Gracevia LaBeouf. And I think it's that time, Gracevia.
And I would like to tell you that I really enjoy the drive around. Even the roads are Sherlock Holmes, but never mind. We always mention that, but we should stop mentioning the Sherlock Holmes of the roads, because it will never change.
They're not going to get any better.
No,
they're
they're not going to get any better. We would like to tell you many thanks for watching, for your time and attention. We loving you to bits. And don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Many kisses. And bye-bye.
And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and don't forget to come back for that little bit more of our madness. And if you want to watch the channel really grow, click through to our About page, where you could consider buying us a coffee. You could buy me one, her one, yourself one, as many as you want, and we will gratefully accept them. Thanks very much. Stick with us. We're going to keep filming until we get to the Paphos Mall. So feast your eyes and digest.
Don't disturb me.
You concentrate on the driving, Gracevia LaBeouf.
How can I concentrate when you're tickling and boogling me?
Well, I'm going to tickle you somewhere else in then.
Tickly. We're a family channel.
We are a family channel, so there we are.
Why don't you? Are you still there? Anybody? Somebody?
Thanks for watching.